Hey guys, Super Nerd Miles here, and here we are in the Cellbot HQ lobby. Sorry for the... there will be a couple of skips in the video right here at the beginning. I'm not sure what I was doing. As I've said many times before, it's been 8 months, but here we are. We are about to do a Cellbot VP run. Now, you can't really see him because he's in the back there, but in the back row, second from the left, is my good buddy Chazars. This was a recording I did during his first VP run. As you can see, I'm a mover and shaker level 5. That means a bit of a... I guess this was my... Please tell me I'm counting correctly. 21st VP. Because essentially, actually, hang on. I'll hold off that explanation because I want to show you what's going on right now. First off, whenever you're in a cog suit, like right now, you have an extra list on your speed chat to to say cog things, anything that you could say as a mover and shaker. I've got all the mover and shaker quotes. But as you can see, the VP is here promoting cogs. Now, I just noticed there's a random shopkeeper tune up there that I just noticed, even from a distance. That is Flippy, one of the best tunes to see up there. Yes, of course he will see. He will bust you, and the Cellbot VP will realize, the VP will realize that you are that you are tunes and not cogs, and this will start the This will start the cog battle round. But yeah, and the cog battle round will be several cogs, I don't know the exact number, that range from levels 1 through 12. Like, you see right here, we had a Cold Caller level 2 and a Mr. Hollywood level 12. It's not uncommon to see Cold Caller level 1 and Mr. Hollywood level 12 right beside each other for the first 2 cogs. But, anyway, what I was saying earlier is, there will be a shopkeeper tune that will, be up there. It can be, there's a pretty large list, including a lot of big names, like, as you saw, Flippy. And they will be, they are essentially your reward. When you clear the, when you clear the VP, you will get an SOS card that each person will have some each tune will have some ability that they will activate when you call them, and you get to call them once. For example, Flippy, this one is widely regarded as, well, heck, he's not even widely regarded. He is the best, he is just simply the best tune-up, SOS card, which, since my main tune back on the original was a tune-up list, tune-up SOS cards like that are invaluable, because Flippy will use what is essentially a maxed juggling balls, except I think even, a little even better. Essentially, he will heal, let's see here, 124 laugh points split among however many tunes are in the battle, meaning that if you're alone, it's virtually a full heal. Actually, I'm not entirely sure if the Wikia is right here, because I could have sworn there was 137 to one tune. Either way, there are three tunes for each of the five extraneous gag tracks: Tune Up, Trap, Lure, Sound, and Drop. Then there are 8 more tunes, one for each track plus an extra one for all, that will restock a specific track, or in Professor Pete's case, will restock every gag track. Then there are 3 SOS cards that will give perfect accuracy to tune gags for the current round, and 3 that will give 0 accuracy to the cogs for the current round. So that's a large number of SOS tunes, and that's a large number of SOS tunes. As you can see here, I had a, just going back to what's happening right now, I had a fit with the speed chat here, trying to yell at this guy for using sound on lured cogs. He didn't even realize, even though I was yelling at him like, no sound, that we were, the strategy that I suggested we use right here is one of the most popular strategies called lure left, kill right. Essentially, you start by luring every single cog, then you destroy the cogs from right to left, and as he brings out new ones, you lure them. However, he screwed it up because he used sound, which unlured everything. Really not being a team player. But either way, it wasn't too bad. We ended up without any significant problems. But yeah, your reward will be a single... Actually, technically, it's two of the same SOS cards, or at least it was back on ToonTown Online. I do not quite have my Cellbot suit yet in ToonTown Rewritten, and yes, I will go ahead and come out and say it. I have a ToonTown Rewritten beta key. Although, at the time of recording this, I just found out ToonTown Rewritten just went into semi-open beta, everybody. Essentially, the way that works is you can get in queue to get 3 hours of time. You can create an account, you can get 3 hours of time, and just like anybody else, once you get to Daisy Garden tasks, you have a chance of getting a task for a beta key, so that you can actually become a beta tester instead of just a guest, I guess you could say. Either way, now that both sides have finished their the cog round, the VP is running, and we are about to begin the second round and the second phase of battling the Skelecog round. I'll just go ahead and tell you now, so I don't have to just wait here for a little while. What was that? I think Audacity is starting to give me feedback. Sorry. Essentially, the Skelecog round will be a bit less cogs than the regular cog round, but they're all Skelecogs, meaning that it's harder to tell what they are. Look at it, he's trying to get away. Help me, everyone. Get up here and stop him. So he starts the Skelecog round. There are fewer cogs, but they're Skelecogs now, and they are levels 8 through 12. So they are, on average, much stronger, and you generally want to save your higher leveled gags for this. So, back to what I was going to say back at the very beginning of the video. The way your reward for doing the for defeating the VP other than an SOS tune is your you will get a promotion on your cogs, your Cellbot cog suit. You start with you start as a Cold Caller level 1, as you might have seen from Tuners over there, which is Chazar's. I believe he was actually even live streaming at the time. Although live streaming, recording, I'm not sure what. Although I'm sure that he's watching this video and will be quite happy to inform me in the chat or comments, whatever. But you start as a Cold Caller level 1, and once you defeat the VP for your first time, you become a Cold Caller level 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you upgrade to a Telemarketer level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth, all the way up to Mr. Hollywood level 12, and then you continue. Once you promote to Hollywood 12, or I think once you promote as a Hollywood level 12 and you get a promotion from there, you get a laugh boost and you become a Hollywood 13. and you can continue all the way up to Mr. Hollywood level 50, getting a total of 5 laugh boosts along the way. As you saw, I was this VP run. I started as a mover and shaker level 5, so it was my 21st. This was my 21st VP. So let's see, what else can I talk about while the Skelecog round's going on? Oh, there were a couple things of note that revolved around around Cellbot HQ and the VP. The first, which happened when a bunch of doodles escaped the Daisy Garden's pet store, was a bunch of doodles escaped, ran over to Cellbot HQ and started chewing up cables and causing havoc. So what followed was Operation Storm Cellbot, in which everyone, not just members and not just people with Cellbot suits and all their merits, could challenge the VP. The VP was severely weakened. All of the VP's attacks were weakened, plus he couldn't summon any cog higher than level 5. But yeah, if you weren't a member, didn't have your Cellbot suit, didn't have your merits, you could still challenge. If you didn't have your suit, you would be given a special rental suit that looked like a patched up cold collar suit. Now here, Tuners was telling me he is out of lure, or at least out of his high level lures. So here he and I switched roles. He started doing damage, and I started luring for pretty much the rest of the battle. But yeah, Operation Storm Cellbot lasted for about a month. Unfortunately, I was not playing during that part, so I missed it, but I did hear about it, and it did sound really cool. Now, afterwards, as retaliation for Operation Storm Cellbot, there were widespread Cellbot invasions afterwards, and this is actually what led to when they stole several jokes, the mover and shaker cogs getting field offices, a special type of cog building that I don't believe I recorded. Let me check my folder for that. My ToonTown recordings folder, because I might. Yes, in case you couldn't tell, this is definitely post-commentated. But, no, I do not have a field office recording. Oh well. But either way, so yeah, I believe I also mentioned this a little bit back during the Playground tour, but, Cellbot HQ is the only HQ... Oh, my lure missed. It's got medium accuracy because all my lures are organic, but still. Sad face. Whoa, geez! Over in the background there, that was an opera. That was an opera singer. That was the level 7 sound gag over on the other side. Man, I wish I was over there. But yeah, oh shoot! Now I've lost my train of thought. Crap! I've totally lost my train of thought. Oh well. Oh yeah, the Cellbot VP is the only cog boss that can be challenged by any member. You don't have to be like finished with Donald's Dreamland, the Final Playground, to challenge the other, to challenge this HQ. All the others you do, because your cog suit parts are challenge based, or toon task based, excuse me. But in this case, all you have to do is beat the factory 10 times to get 10 suit parts, and that's your Cellbot suit. All you have to do is be a member. Now the thing about this is, people will this has evolved a concept of people doing Uber tunes, in which they will essentially challenge the VP at ridiculously low levels of laugh. you will see pretty much the highest Uber tune that I've seen that you can actually call an Uber and not someone just challenging is 36, or 36, I think? No, 34. 34 laugh. So, in other words, just finished Donald's Dock. 4 gag tracks, but they'll all be maxed. That's how you can tell it's an Uber. They will have maxed gags for everything they have. So they'll have typically lure, sound, throw, and squirt all maxed. Like, they'll have the level 7s for all of those. Although, you will also see 25 laugh Ubers that only have 3 gag tracks. And the crazy ones, 16 laugh. Or occasionally, just 15 laugh. No, I think it's at least 16 laugh. 16 laugh 2-track Ubers. Those guys are crazy because essentially there will be some cog attacks that can do more than 16 damage. Meaning that, oh, by the way, there we totally owned that last cog. I have 10 damage, as you can see. Back in the original ToonTown, folks, you could not say numbers, although you can in rewritten. Yes, Flippy's almost free. Now it's time to attack the VP directly. Jump up and touch the bottom of Flippy's cage and he will give us some pies. Press the delete key to throw pies once you've got them. He will give you an unlimited supply of pies. You don't have to worry about coming back to Flippy. But you press and hold the delete key to throw them. Because essentially, a meter will fill and empty while you have the delete key pressed. Left side empty is the left side empty is distance. The right side full is height. The more of one, the less of the other you'll get. Your goal is the VP will open his undercarriage to spit some gears out. While the undercarriage is open, you want to shoot a pie in there. One person needs to shoot a pie in there, and then everyone else will just spam pies on his midsection and head. You'll know it's a good hit because that splat icon will be yellow instead of white. He has several attacks. He will shoot gears out directly, which deal 3 damage, I believe. He will spin around like he just did right there, which will deal 3 damage to anyone near him. He'll do that when there are a lot of people close to him, or right after, as you can see, right after he recovers from being stunned. His undercarriage can open, releasing gears. That's also how you stun him. I believe those gears will either do 2 or 3 damage to anyone nearby. Running into him will deal 1 damage. If someone stays near him, he can also sit down. He can also sit his undercarriage down and swipe. And as you can see right there, his most devastating attack, he will jump up and down, jump up into the air, and when he lands, he will do 10 damage to anyone currently on the ground. I was horrible. Usually, I'm a lot better at this, but whenever he jumps, you always want to be ready and jump up. I finally start jumping there. This is a fairly easy boss, although it's still he still does heavy damage, and if you're not completely ready to go in, you very well may end up going sad. But it's pretty normal for like one person to go sad. It's it's sad when that happens. Oh, right there, I think I actually got him. I am really, really bad at hitting his undercarriage. Oh, but he glitch recovered because someone was nearby, and he defaulted to swiping. That stinks. But yeah, this is admittedly a really fun battle, especially if you're good at it. And you've got a good thing. And people, this is one of the ones most notorious for people will keep coming back even after they've got their max cog suit. Even after they've got their max cog suit, you'll still see people coming back here because partially because it's kind of fun, but mainly for the SOS tunes because some of the SOS tunes are invaluable. Oh no. The brownstone back there went sad. Like I said, it's not unheard of for someone to go sad. But yeah, some of these SOS tunes are invaluable. For example, Flippy, because Flippy can restore. Flippy is a really good heal and can work for all 4 toons in the battle. Clerk Clara, which will trap cogs, which will lay down a trapdoor for any non-lured cog currently in the battle, which will deal 180 damage to each one when lured. Little Old Men, who will use 7-turn Hypno Goggles, which is fantastic right there. Mozart, who has an 80 damage Foghorn, which is a really good addition which is really good for soundless toons. Essentially, whatever you don't have, whichever of those 5 you don't have, you want to stock up on the 5-star SOS card for that toon, for that track. And then after Mozart, the infamous, the revered Barnacle Bessie. Grand Piano Drop Gag, the level 6 Drop Gag, Grand Piano, to all cogs in the battle for 170 damage to all 4 cogs. Really good stuff. Now, on that note, people, at least in the old ToonTown, I don't know if it will still work. Oh, I think I actually hit it again. Once again, I got a really lucky shot in. I never learned the trick. I never learned the trick to hitting the I never learned the trick to getting to hitting the undercarriage. I'm really bad at it, but I think I actually hit it a couple times. He did 2 jumps in a row and I got hit by both of them. I actually got pretty low laughing this, but as you can see, we're almost done. He is close to falling off the edge. Spoilers, that's how he dies. I think we hit it in the next cycle. Yeah, he woke up here, but he won't get back up again. But yeah, there are people that will, as the term goes, SOS shop. I've gone with them a few times just because that's what some of my friends were doing, and I wanted to join them. But essentially what that means is, usually when you X out ToonTown in a cog building or one of the cog bosses, you will immediately go sad. But there's a glitch that if you go into Task Manager, whoop, there he goes. Bye-bye. And GG. GG. Yeah, but seriously. Seriously though, when there's a glitch that you can go into Task Manager and go to the toontown.exe process, not the window, but the process, and you can end the process, and it will close ToonTown without going, or without your toon going sad. So people will occasionally go SOS shopping, in which they will wait until they can see what the shopkeeper is, and then if it's not one that everyone is predetermined everyone is looking for, if it's not one of those, everyone will use that and leave, and then log back into ToonTown and go again. I've been SOS shopping, not because I wanted the SOS particularly, but because I just wanted to do a VP, and one of my friends was shopping, so I arranged to join him. But yeah, the VP, because of that, is really fun. It's fun, it's really rewarding. It is arguably the most rewarding circumstantially because of its... Yippee! Finish my thought later. It's great to be free. Thanks for all your help. I am in your debt. To Epic Bow. Here's my card. If you ever need a hand in battle, give a shout. Just click on your SOS button. Say that VP cog left behind your promotion papers. I'll file them for you on the way out so you'll get your promotion. See ya. GG. And that is that. So let's see. I'll go ahead and show you one other thing before ending things off. First off, you can see that I'm now a level 6 mover and shaker. Although I have 0 merits once again, I need to refill my merits by going to a factory or defeating cellbots. Those are my tasks, which are outrageous. Ugh. I hate such big tasks like that, but that's what you see back in... that's what you see in the end game. Huge tasks that can take months to complete if you're not no-lifing the game. But yeah, But yeah, it's really fun, it's engaging. It's one of the ones you will see people doing the most often because it is accessible to the widest group of toons. And it's something that that most people will challenge every few days once they have their Cellbot suit. So now let me go ahead and show you my layout. Go ahead and show you my layout right here. I'm not gonna be able to pause it during this post commentary, but that is my layout. I am tune-up list. I have level 4 drop, level 5 trap and lure, trap, lure and sound, excuse me, and level 7 and level 7 throw and squirt. Now, for the final thing I'll go ahead and show you in this part is my doodle. Doodles are the pets in this game, and you can buy tricks. Everyone that owns a doodle can use the jump command, but you can also buy the other 6 commands from the catalog. Like, you'll occasionally just see one in the catalog. The tricks are jump, which as I said are default, which base heals 5 laugh. Beg, which base heals 6, play dead for 7, roll over for 8, backflip for 9, dance for 10, and speak for 11. Each of them, as you use them more, will gradually train up until you get until it's double its original potency. Doodles are notorious for not really being bad. Or for not really being good, excuse me, because most doodles, when you actually use them in battle, you can use them in battle for those tricks to get a tune up everyone, including yourself. It's essentially a lower fidelity tune up that affects everyone in the battle, kind of like the tune up SOS cards when you think about it. But most of them are notorious for rarely working. It's usually a last-ditch effort that doesn't really work. However, as you can see here, Dreadnought is coming through for me. Dreadnought is one of the best doodles in existence because I bought him from Donald's Dreamland, and he has the dual traits of rarely confused and rarely tired. Meaning that it only takes 1 scratch instead of like 3 or 4 scratches to get him back to being excited from tired. And he will almost always successfully do his trick. Not always, but almost. Now, as you can see here, I'm just using the jump command over and over again. Usually people will do this for whatever their best trick is, but I just decided to start with jump until I had it maxed and then move on. Spoilers, I never maxed jump. But this is essentially what your laughing up is for doodle owners. Typically, when you need to restore your laugh, you will just run around the playground or your home to collect the icons that restore a laugh. For example, your estate plus ToonTown Central are the ice cream cones. Donald's Dock is the Donald's Dock are the sea stars. Chippendale's Acorn Acres were the nuts. Daisy Gardens are the flowers. We haven't seen the others yet, so I'm not going to say them. Because next part will be continuation of the playground tour. But if you own a doodle, instead of running around and collecting those, you go home and you train your doodle. Because you want your doodle to be reliable in battle. Because it's not often that you actually have a chance to use him. That he'll actually work, but you want him ready, which is why, as you can see here, I have nearly filled up the jump bar twice, because I've got a lot of laugh, 99 laugh at the time of recording this. Plus I had even more during the playground tour, but and it takes a long time restoring 6 laugh at a time. However, I just finished there, so that is my cue to go ahead and end things off here. In the next part, we will be continuing on the playground tour, starting with Minnie's Melody Land, the fourth main playground. I will see you in the next part. Miles out.